Well, hello, welcome to the final edition of the RPC Continental Radio Admiral 1937 floor model. Everything is back in the case, and seems like it's working really well. And we changed the grill cloth, put something a little bit better looking on it. The other one was really beat up. Right now we're on the 40-meter band, and that's CHU, which is coming in really well, considering that the antenna that we have is actually only a piece of wire that I stretched around the back of the case here, basically starting from over on this side and looping it back around and hooking it on a terminal strip down here on the side of the case, providing a good way for the user, if he decides to put it back in, put another antenna on it, a long wire. I've had this on a long wire. It does receive better, but with this 10-foot hunk of wire inside, it's doing a very respectable job. Anyway, I'll switch over here to the AM broadcast band and see if we can pick up some of our local station.
I, for one, stand for integrity.
It's a shame that AM radio has become a wasteland. Not a whole heck of a lot worth listening to on AM radio anymore. The other band on here, the police band, is it works very well, but I don't really think there's much of any activity on it at the moment. It's basically the 160-meter band ham, and also the 80-meter ham band, plus well, I guess the rest is shortwave. It does a fairly good job. Of course, you cannot pick anything up on the ham band because there's no BFO. There are some AMers still on there, but it's sounding pretty good. I wasn't able to really get this dial to look any straighter, and I just don't know why, and I don't think anybody's going to care. It is a little better, but the dial itself is perfectly straight. Case is straight. It's just the way it goes back into this cabinet. It looks like it's going downhill, and I guess it really is, but I can't see why. The one thing I do think was missing is there was some kind of a heat shield on the base of this unit back in the day, probably an asbestos pad, and I'm wondering if that might be the reason I'm seeing what I'm seeing. That if I could lift the radio up a little bit higher, maybe about 1/8 of an inch, it might actually look better. So anyway, this is ready to go back to its owner. The one thing that never worked on it, and there's really no way to fix, is the push buttons. The motor is seized up. Actually, I don't think the motor is seized up. I think it's just open. And I fought with it, got it where I thought I might get it working again, and it just never really seemed to take off. It was blowing the fuse, so I just, at this point, it seems to have settled down. It just doesn't work, and I think that's good enough, because it's kind of a lame arrangement anyway. I don't know anybody would really use it. It doesn't buy you much, but it must have been gee whiz if you could get it to work, because it basically tuned the thing for you. But anyway, I'm pretty happy with the way things came out, and get it back to the owner, and gonna move on to the next project. So thank you for watching.